Oh, there we go. I can see a little further right there to see all of you. I like to see your faces. I've been preparing for this message for the last 3 months. Ever since XLC was over there in Vancouver, I knew I would have the opportunity to speak to you tonight, this afternoon, tonight. And I didn't have a topic assigned. And so whenever I have that opportunity, the way I like to prepare for a message like this is to really just listen, to talk to as many of you as I can, to understand some of the things that you might be feeling, what's in your hearts, what's in your minds, what's going on in your business, what's going on with your customers, what's going on in your lives. All of those things help me understand what you might be feeling. Because my goal, what I pray for, is that I can be of help to you, that I can bless you in some way as you move forward in your journey to become more. And as I've thought about this, especially over the past 3 months, trying to see what I might share with you, it occurred to me, it wasn't lost on me, that over 90% of you are women. Okay, yeah. And so as I thought about that, I said, let me see, I'm trying to understand the heart of a woman in the next 90 days. And that's pretty difficult to understand. Now, guys, I know you're out there too, but I'm just realizing the majority of the audience there. And I'm grateful for the best teacher that I've ever had to help me know the heart of a woman. That's my wife, Lorene. She's right there. This was taken in Bora Bora last month. We had the blessing to go there with some of our top leaders. It was amazing. And taken a few weeks after our 26th wedding anniversary. Thank you. And in preparing for this, I actually remembered an experience that I had with Lorene a few years ago. We were talking, as you do as couples, we were talking about our life, talking about our family, our hopes, our dreams, and some of our challenges. And Lorene turned to me, and I actually envision it this way now as I've continued to thought to that. Lorene turned to me during one point in the conversation, and I can picture her just like holding my face and saying, Steve, you'd better not die, because I do not want to have to train another man. She really said that. And I asked her permission, she's over here going, I asked her permission if I could share that, and she agreed, but please know, she always is so concerned that there would be a misunderstanding of that conversation. It was actually a very tender experience between us as we talk about our hopes and dreams, that I know that she was really, what we've created with our family and with each other is something very special, and we just love having it. So I'm grateful for her to continue to help me teach. I love you, babe. In addition to Lorene, of course, I have the opportunity to meet with many of you. At Bora Bora, I got to be with these amazing leaders and had a chance to talk with them and to sit and speak with many of them and understand what they're feeling, what they're going through with their life and their businesses, and how they felt about BOGO, and how they felt about September, and all those types of things. And I learned a lot of great things. I came home and I sat down with our field development team, some of our field development team. I sat down with Brad and Erasto and Colby and said, talk to me. What are you hearing? What are they feeling? What are they thinking? And learned some great insights from them as they shared some of the things that you've expressed to them. I sat down with Tyler Sharp, and he gave me some great insight from what he's feeling. And I'm really grateful to Melanie Larson. She not only sat down with me, she talked to me multiple times, and all that she does to talk with many of you to help me understand what many of you are feeling and thinking. And as I shared with her some of my thoughts as they were starting to come together, she was awesome. She was like, that's great, but they already know that. She's like, you don't need to share that. What she encouraged me to do was really focus on the things that cause these feelings to happen for you. Where knowing what to do, but the challenges hit you, the arrows hit you, the bullets come at you, the adversity comes at you, and you're like, I'm doing everything, I'm trying to, but I just keep getting knocked down. And so I wanted to talk a little more about that today. In continued preparation, one more thing. As we travel together, many of you, I come to get to know you and we become friends on social media. And I've noticed on a few of your threads, actually many of your social media threads, that you are really loving this book, Girl Wash Your Face. Anyone heard of this book?
Oh, yes.
And I'm like, who is Rachel Hollis and what is going on? So I got the book. and I got the Audible version so I could hear it. I've listened to the entire thing. You're probably laughing about those chapters about her husband. Yeah, that was awkward. But I loved it, and I loved her approach. I loved her raw authenticity as she hit things head on. And if you look at what she has as kind of the head of her book, stop believing the lies about who you are so you can become who you were meant to be. And what I loved about what she did is she basically attacked the lies. She hit them honestly, openly, and I recommend the book. It's amazing. She's amazing. There's a reason she's the #1 speaker in America right now, because she just is hitting the lies head on and countering them with truth. And that's what I want to do for you today. Is I don't know all the things that you're feeling. There's just, I'm sure, tons of different challenges happening personally and in your businesses. But what I do know is that truth is the best way to combat lies. Truth. If we can understand basic principles, universal principles of truth that help us combat the lies, then we have all that we need to be able to make it through and keep moving forward. Because I know there are many of you that may be a little discouraged, and we want to help you through that. So I want to go through that. I'm going to talk about 5 truths that'll help you combat almost any challenge that you will face, not only in your business, but I believe personally in your life. Are you ready for that? If you're ready, say I'm ready. Ready. All right. Truth number 1. You are powerful and have unlimited potential. Now, many of you know, and I have said this before, but I personally believe that we are all children of God. And that's my belief. I'm not trying to express it on any others, but I just believe so deeply in that, and it helps me understand and see what I can become. When I remember who I am and my potential, it motivates me. It gives me strength. And that's also our responsibility to reach that potential. For me, what I try to do every day is I have my own hour of power. Sometimes, actually, I plan a little longer than that, but for sure I get in at least my own hour of power where I read my scriptures, I pray, I read other books, magazines, things like that to help pour into my own heart and to fill my own cup. That allows me to have what I need to be able to lead and to move and to work with you as we go about this purpose that we have to end wakefulness and to help everyone become more. That's a massive BHAG, right, that Russ talked about. So we need that strength to help us through it. But it's important that we remember who we are. I love this quote from Maya Angelou, that we should stand up straight, realize who we are, and especially the truth that we tower over our circumstances. So truth number 1, you are powerful. All of you, just think about who you are. Even as humans, we grow and develop. Why does it stop? It never does. We have that unlimited potential in ourselves. And you are powerful. I'm going to break this down a little further. So truth number 2, you cannot reach that potential without opposition. We need opposition. My goal is to help you see differently as these challenges come at you. I love this poem. Good timber does not grow with ease. The stronger wind, the stronger trees. The further sky, the greater length. The more the storm, the more the strength. Do you believe in that? Isn't that true? It's important to realize that as we're on this journey to become, and realizing and remembering who we are and our potential, that if we recognize the power of how opposition helps us, we don't become afraid of them, because we realize, I'm learning to sail my ship. I'm learning and teaching, because the opposition knocks off the rough edges and unfolds and brings out the beautiful diamond inside. You are never the same after you pass through opposition. I know this from my own life too. Things that I've worked through personally, things that we work through as a family, we always change. Things that I thought I had it figured out, and Lorena and I realized, nope, more to learn. But as we realize and see that opposition, and see it for what it truly is, it continues to give us the power to be able to reach our potential. So that truth number 1, these all build on each other. That's why I have them in order so you can see this. First, you're powerful and have unlimited potential. Two, that power to actually reach your potential, you have to have opposition to help you become the full person you're meant to be. Truth number three, as that opposition comes at you, as that adversity comes out to you, after you, you have the power to choose your response. I love this truth from Jim Rohn. It's the set of the sails, not the direction of the wind, that determines which way we go. It's the choice of how you respond to what hits you. That choice we all have, no matter what hits you. The business, what people say about you, it's how you're choosing to respond to it. Do you let it make you mad? Do you let it make you frustrated? Do you let it make you discouraged or stop believing in yourself? That's a choice. And we all have that gift of choice given to us. It's one of the greatest blessings that we have in life, that we all have that power to choose who we are. And it's an interesting thing for us to remember that as opposition comes, you can choose to act and not be acted upon by it. You can choose how you set your sail. Third truth. Fourth truth. You and only you are responsible for who you become and how happy you are. This is really the principle of accountability. If you have the power to make choice, you have to accept responsibility for your own life. And you have to realize that no matter what, no one else is going to have you help you. We will help you, but you have the ultimate responsibility to become who you need to become, to go down the path, to fight the fights. You have to dig deep inside of you. That power of accountability, when you respect and understand that, it brings the responsibility. And that's how you combat the challenges. To have the ability to respond to no matter what hits you, you can know how to respond, or at least have the wherewithal to be able to respond to it no matter what comes. So you see how it builds? You are powerful and have unlimited potential. But you need to have opposition to reach that potential. But you have the power to choose how you respond to the opposition, but you have to accept that responsibility to make the choice and the consequences. But as you make that choice, this brings us to truth number 5, that ultimately the joy you feel, which is what we all are striving to do, it's the happiness that we feel that keeps us motivated. We all seek for that. Truly, happiness in our families and just happiness with life. It has little to do with the circumstances and everything to do with your focus. And so all of those principles and those truths that I'm sharing with you, ultimately the key is to remain focused. And as I thought about a way to explain this truth to you, the best story that I can think of comes from the Bible. Over 2,000 years ago, and still today, these truths help us understand. For many of you who don't know the story, the master was walking on water. Peter saw somebody doing something and saying, I want to do that too. Let me do it. Can I do it too? The master says, yes, come. Peter starts to come. And as he comes, I envision that he is focused on the master. He is focused because what we learn from the good book is that he sees the wind boisterous. He starts to see the waves and the winds. So I picture him losing focus on what he was trying to do, and he then sank. He didn't sink until he lost focus. When he was focused, he was doing miraculous things that no one thought possible because of the power of focus, which is why I felt to include this in the 5th truth, because you are powerful and have unlimited potential. Opposition is necessary. See it for what it truly is. Realize you have power to choose, but accept that responsibility. Remain focused, kind of reverting back to truth number 1 on who you are and why you're doing this. As you do that cycle and stay consistent in doing that cycle, you will have the power to work through any challenge that comes your way. Our hope, what we do here when we prepare these events, is to help you get this renewed perspective. Because when you have the renewed perspective, it brings the renewed focus, and I've already gone through what happens when we have that focus. All of you can do this. All of you can succeed. No matter what your goals are, you can achieve them by following these principles. I know this with all my heart. I have applied these in my own life. I have seen our successful leaders, when I look at their stories, all of them have been through opposition, but all of them, even Crystal, what she just taught us, the shifts in mindset, she shifted to these types of principles, and look, she made Ambassador. And she's not even slowing down, because these principles work. Now, to illustrate this, to tell you a little different story, I'm actually going to introduce to you one of our top distributors in the world that you've probably never met. She actually might even be in this room. I don't know for sure because she has a secret identity. That's Wonder Woman. And how do you know that I know that she's one of our top distributors? Because she's rocking the X. You see that right there? Right? So anytime you see Wonder Woman and watch that and she's pulling out the X, you're like, yeah, singular, good job. Woo. Yeah? That's it. So that's where I know you might be here, Diana. Thank you. But she's a great example. So I'm going to pull from the Wonder Woman movie. I'm a superhero freak. I love superheroes. Batman's my favorite. I get teased about it all the time at work. But I really love the story of Wonder Woman, and I think they did a great job with this movie. And I'm going to show you a clip where through this story, all 5 truths that I just showed you are going to be played. You're going to see them played out in Wonder Woman and her story. So what I want you to do is picture yourself as you see the clip. I'm going to break it down here in a second and then show you the clip. I want you to really visualize yourself as Wonder Woman, that you see what she's doing, and even you can see on her face the shifting in mindset that's happening as she realizes who she is and what she can become. Let's start with that truth. The first truth that you're going to see is that she is powerful and has unlimited potential. In the first of the clip, you're going to see a man that she loves very much and has really good intentions tell her that something's not possible. And says it can't be done. It hasn't been done. No one's can do this. Nobody. And she's like, so we're going to do nothing? He's like, there's other things we have to do. But it's not only this, you're going to see in the clip, he's actually the leader and someone who loves her, but then there's a team that follow. And then there's actually an army. So there's a lot of people here involved that are going to be influenced by what Wonder Woman chooses to do. And you're going to see a moment where she determines and realizes, and not only realizes, puts into action who she is. That she is powerful and has unlimited potential, and even shows that by putting on some of her armor to say, I'm doing this. And people tried to stop her. But she is responsible. She recognizes her personal accountability for who she is. No one else can tell her what she is capable of doing. She knows she has that potential. She knows there's things we can do. And you see this moment where she steps into the danger, knowing full well something could happen wrong. But she trusts in her purpose to continue to move forward. And then as she moves forward, sure enough, opposition starts to come. But as you look at her face, she's a little unsure of herself, but she chooses how she's going to respond to it. She deflects it. She's like, nah, I'm not going to listen to that lie. Nope. She just keeps going and realizes it's not possible. She's going to keep showing that she can take away the lies, take away the bullets that people try to bring her down. And what I love that you see in the next principle that comes is that the joy that she feels, and she's actually not really joyful at this moment, she's ready for battle, but there's a purpose-driven confidence in her. She realizes then that she can do this, and she gets more and more serious. There's a focus you're going to see in her face, and then you're going to see her run towards the opposition. Run towards it. Straight on, because she now realizes the power that she has to combat against it. And boy, does opposition, because it's necessary for her to reach her full potential, come at her with all its fury. I mean, it just keeps coming. She had to bring out the big guns and the shield, and it keeps coming and keeps coming. But she keeps moving. She keeps battling, and you're going to see her team inspired by her because she continues to break through. They come and support, and then as a team, they break through. And then as soon as the team breaks through, the army behind them believes, and they come. When Russ talks about an army needed to end wakefulness, this is how you do it. One leader who believes this and then leads her team, the army will follow. And then you then have the opportunity, to me this looks like them standing on stage at Zingfest, right? head distributor, her team right there, so proud. But they're there because they did it together. They accomplished their goal. They were trying to save a city, but the principles were powerful and true. Watch this clip.
This is no man's land, Diana. Means no man can cross it, all right? This battalion has been here for nearly a year, and they barely gained an inch. All right, because on the other side, there are a bunch of Germans pointing machine guns at every square inch of this place. This is not something you can cross. It's not possible.
So what? So we do nothing?
No, we are doing something. We are. We can't save everyone in this war. This is not what we came here to do.
But it's what I'm going to do.
Did you feel that, hopefully, through the power of storytelling? I have to admit, I like it when she says, Steve, let's go. I'm like, let's do it. But there is such power through the medium of storytelling to help you understand, and that's what my hope is, what my prayer is, that you can feel and see this, and realize what the symbol is to you, and what you can accomplish. My goal is to change your perspective, to see life as it really is, and that's done by seeing through the lens of truth. These 5 truths I believe in with all my heart. I know they're true. If you can see them and apply them, it can change your perspective and give you firm footing for the path that you're on and what your goals are for you to accomplish, to realize that you have unlimited potential. But you have to have opposition to reach it. But you've been given the power to choose how you're going to respond to it. If you accept that responsibility, know that you're the one responsible. You will make choices, bold choices, to go after and move forward even in the face of adversity. And then consistency is the key. Don't lose focus. As you remain focused, you will have the strength to win. Do you believe that? Do you really believe it? So, to help inspire you and help you remember this, I'm going to give you all a gift. You know I like to give away things for those who have been here before. So as you leave today, I'm giving all of you a Wonder Woman bracelet. That's right. Now you need to go out to those back doors because that's where the team has them ready for you, as well as some other goodies for you. But just know, all of you have a Wonder Woman bracelet, so you're going to be able to do this. But before you go, the last thing we're going to do today is I'm going to ask you all to stand up, and we're going to do a Wonder Woman deflection here together, all right? Stand up for me. So this is what, you can go back and do this in your room if you want to later. But this is what we're going to do. First, you got to get in your Wonder Woman power pose, right? Callis Fidel taught me this. She's like, this is how you do it. I don't know if I did it exactly right, but she tried to help me, okay? So then, when you do this, what you're going to do is you're going to repeat after me, and we're going to say, no more lies. Do it with me. 1, 2, 3. No more lies. Good job. Then the other hand is going to be, believe in truth. Ready? Believe in truth. 1, 2, 3. Believe in truth. Together. No more lies. Believe in truth. One more time. No more lies. Believe in truth. Okay. Now remember, we're not there. I got one more thing to show you. She's rocking the X, right? So we're going to rock the X back. Third, ready? It's going to be no more lies, believe in truth, singular. You ready for this? 1, 2, 3, no